Hello everybody, Jan Hicks of Jan Hicks Creates here. How are you doing today? First and foremost, let me apologize. I do have the air conditioning and the fan on. I hope the noise from them isn't too much. Hopefully you can hear me. It's a little hot and stuffy in here. It's not bad out today. I do have my blinds open on the door here, the sliding door out onto the lanai. I would close them, but there's a little kitty laying right there, like with her face right on the threshold. And if I close the blinds, it would just smack her right in the head. So we'll just leave it be and deal with the light and having it open allows more of the heat from the lanai to come in, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's not actually a bad day out today. It's 82 and sunny, going up to 84. But it was feeling a little stuffy in here, so I hope the noise isn't too much. How are you guys doing? How are things where you are? What are you up to today? Let me know what you're up to. I hope you're all doing well. Life's ups and downs aside, I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Started my hormone therapy on Sunday. I'm feeling pretty good today, for what that's worth. I'm feeling pretty normal. I was pretty depressed yesterday, so, again, life's normal ups and downs, right? Nothing really major to talk about except flies. I need to hear from you ladies that live on the island. Yesterday, so I was working in here on my computer, and Mike comes home and gets changed and goes back out into the living room, and I keep the blinds pretty much closed in there during the day when the sun's shining in, to keep the heat down a little bit. So he was opening the blinds, and around the one window, like the one next to where the air conditioning unit is, there was a fly infestation. There was like 24 flies, all just buzzing around. Now, we very rarely get flies here. We leave, whenever it's nice, we leave the lanai door, screen and all, open whenever it's nice to let the wind come in and, just kind of extend the living area. And we very rarely get bugs. We'll get the little moths in the evening if we leave it open with the lights on, right? But flies just aren't usually that bad of a thing, except yesterday. Actually, there were a few in a few days before that. But just a normal fly here and there buzzing around. But this was like they all decided, like all the flies from all the whole year decided to descend on us at one time. Mike got the little handheld vacuum and vacuumed up as many of them as he could, and then, dumped it outside. What's up with that? Again, you ladies that live here, let me know. Is it something about this area? Is it just certain times of year? Did we just happen to have some kind of hatching? It was weird. It was really weird. There's still a few buzzing around out there today. It'll be interesting to see when we open the blinds this afternoon. Weird. All right, so stitchy stuff. I'm not only working on one thing anymore, it feels good. So I have all kinds of different things to show you. I have a freebie pattern to share with you, which I will do at the end. Yes, I'm gonna make you watch the whole video. I have knitting to share with you. I have a little bit of haul, and just some news from around, I guess. Little bits, not a whole lot. Let's see. Knit Companion. Now, yes, Knit Companion does not compare to Pattern Keeper. Pattern Keeper, the number one benefit from Pattern Keeper is all the pages from the pattern are put together for you, right? It's just all done. And then all the other things that go along with that. But it's not for Apple. So if you're still looking for an Apple app, that is fairly comprehensive. Knit Companion is the one. Sally Holt, the developer of Knit Companion, has done a video showing how to put the pages together in a slightly easier fashion. It still takes time. When you have a pattern that has, 25, 35, 55 pages, it's going to take time. But she does have a video out talking about that and showing how to do that. And of course, as the developer, she knows the ins and outs of the app very well. So I will be linking that below. Again, if you're a diehard Apple person like I am, then you might want to stick with Knit Companion or give Knit Companion a go if you haven't tried it yet. It is, actually it's a $20 fee, annual fee for the setup for the full app that you will need to do this. I use it, I still use it every day. There's some patterns I have set up in Knit Companion and I'm using that for that. Of course, all my knitting is still on Knit Companion. My big projects will always go on Pattern Keeper though. I did buy the Kindle 8. I felt it was worth it. Just for the ease of putting, so I don't have to put all those pages together. But it's an option for Apple. So I will be linking, like I said, the tutorials that Sally did below. Victorian Motto Sampler Shop, I'm looking over at my notes. Victorian Motto Sampler Shop, I haven't mentioned them in a while. She continues to do giveaways as always, and she is starting to gear up for the holiday season. I'm going to flip over to the email actually so I make sure I'm telling you this right. Starting now, she is doing a giveaway. Well, not starting now. You can enter. She's going to choose 2 winners on November 1st for a free month in her primitive club or her limited editions club. And that's your choice of 12 skeins, 20 yards each. So again, you have from now until November 1st to sign up. On November 1st, she will be picking 2 winners, and she says that is the kickoff for the holiday season giveaways. And she does, through the holidays, she does a ton of giveaways. Okay, so the kitty has moved, so I am actually going to, I'm going to close the blind here so it's not quite so glary on the left side of my face. All right. By the Bay. I mentioned a few videos ago that Donna Bayless, By the Bay Needle Arts, is doing another stitch along. And I was so out of it at that point, I didn't even show you guys a picture. So I'm going to correct my mistake, and we're going to talk about time for seasons, and I'm going to try and do this without dropping my iPad. So this is what the complete thing will look like. So you can see each side of the square is a different season, and then that middle part, she has 2 options. Either you can put the word seasons in there, or she's designed a boat to put in there, which I really like. Although I am thinking, I might see if there's a way I can mount one of my pictures in there. Like when I take it to be framed, I might see what the framer can do. We'll see. That's a long way away. So it is, let me, again, look at this and make sure I'm telling you everything. The start date is November 15th. So you can sign up between now, or you can sign up anytime. I believe she will send out invoices towards the beginning of the month, like around the 5th of the month, if she keeps it like she did last year. And then you'll get the pattern on the 15th of the month. It is 8 months long. There will be 2 scenes for every season. So 1/2 of a scene each month, right, for 8 months. It's $10 per month, or you could pay the full $80 up front if you want. You can get hard copies or PDFs. PDFs will be available from Donna. If you want a hard copy, you need to go to your local store and get that. Now, Donna this year has, let's see, she's doing thank you gifts. Like, each season is going to have a different kind of smaller layout. If you can see here, these you will get at the end. We will get at the end of the stitch along. So, but thank you gifts. Okay, so this is one of the thank you gifts. So she's taken the scene from the season and kind of added to it. So my understanding is all 4 of these, isn't that pretty? All 4 of these will be thank you gifts at the end. But in each month's pattern, again, if I'm understanding this correctly, she will also have a separate pattern included, designed as an old-fashioned postcard. How cool is that? So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck here. So I believe this is the summer one, right? And then the overall. I love this. I can't wait to start. By the Bay has my heart. Let me see what she says about the postcards. Every month when you receive your pattern for the stitch along section, you will also receive a layout for the sections that can be stitched to make the design look like an antique vintage postcard. So Donna has really gone kind of above and beyond with this year's stitch along. So I will have a link to this page on her website, and she has complete instructions there on what you need to do to sign up. Yeah, and PayPal invoices will go out on the 5th, so you will need PayPal. So I was looking at my stash today, and I mentioned this the last time I talked about it. I think I'm just going to use this fabric. This is that huge piece of 35 count. It's a 35 count Witchelt that I got from my friend CJ. It's huge. It's 35. I will be doing 1/2 on it. I am probably going to use the same over-dyed floss for the water as I did in Harbor Haven, and that is Tropical Ocean by Gentle Arts. I may find, I don't know whether there's any big trees. Yeah, there's one down in the center there. You know, the big trees in Harbor Haven were $33.71. There's just one big tree. See that one down there in the winter scene? I might find an over-dyed to use for that. And then there's these dark brown sections here on the corners. I assume that's stitching as well. I'll probably find something interesting to use for that too. The center, I don't know, like I said, I don't know that I'll stitch the dark brown in the center until I decide what I'm going to do with the center. But anyway, really, really, really happy with that. So the water will be the same, and I might find some, there's so much greens, you know, the different greens, and I did use some different overdyed flosses for the greens, so I'll probably find some different overdyes for all the different greens in here as well, just to, you know, break it up a little bit and give it a little interest. And once I do, I'll let you guys know, and I'll put the conversion on my conversion page on my website so you guys can see that. So I hope you will join me. I will be posting all about it in my Facebook group, and of course all the all of my progress. So I hope you will join me there as well. Again, links all below. Let's see. All right. Let's start looking at cross stitch. Yay. you saw this, you know, this same old on my Stitch With Me on Friday. I actually haven't worked on it again since. I worked on my full coverage projects over the weekend, and then yesterday I was working on something special that I'm going to show you at the end. So I will get back to this tonight. Last week I got this medallion done. During the Stitch With Me, I just started working on the next border of the next section. Who was it? Someone commented, I forget where, on Facebook somewhere. Maybe it was Loretta. Is it you, Loretta? I don't remember. How calming it is to just stitch with one color. And you know, after working on these full coverage pieces that are so confetti ridden, it is, and I said, it's like this zen experience for me to go to a project where I just have that one thread. Now I am going back and forth, you know, a little bit between the blues, but when I'm working on any given section, like this was all the more greeny turquoise. So it's just one thread over and over, and it's so nice not to have to change all the time. So this is like the perfect project to use in between my full coverage pieces. So shades of gold. I think my goal, before I put this down, even though I started to work down there, I think my goal is going to be to work across the top here and get over. It's basically just a mirror of this corner here on this side of this medallion. So I'm going to work to get over to this upper corner, the upper left corner, or upper right corner for you, before I put this away again. So many of you asked about these blue things on the fabric. These are called peels. You can find them on Amazon. I will link those below as well. The peels, these are actually, I think that's what they look like. These were originally meant to corral thread on spools so that the spool doesn't unwind. Now I know you have that little space, at least you always used to have that little space on spools. Maybe quilting spools you don't, I don't know. Or you could hook the thread into to stop it, but I don't know, maybe there's some spools out there that don't have that. But anyways, that's what these were meant for, and some brilliant person on Flosstube decided to, saw them and decided they would be good to hold your fabric. And they really are. They're fairly lightweight. Now I do have two of them over here, and I do have a lot of fabric over here, so there is a bit of a drag when I'm stitching on this side. But for the most part, that part is kind of laying in my lap anyways, or laying on my leg, so it doesn't bother me. But peels, I will link them below. All right, full coverage. This one, yes, I love it. I'm like 40% done. But holy cow, this past weekend, I mean, these rows, literally, so I'm working diagonally, I'm working like 10, it's a section of 10 stitches across, you know, 10 stitches the whole way down. If I had a row that had 2 or 3 stitches of the same color, it was a cause for celebration. I mean, it was really pissing me off this weekend. I was just tired of the changing all the time. But I was determined to get the next diagonal done, so I did. This will now get put away for a little bit, probably not long. I would still like to get this finished by the end of the year. But like I said, I'm only 40% done, so I don't know how realistic that is. I still love it. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. And I think framed in black, in a black frame. Maybe with a little bit of the fabric showing. I'm not sure. I think it was stunning. Anyways, I'm thrilled with it, but I'm fed up with it too. And speaking of confetti, oh, I was going to show you guys, for those who are new here who may not have seen the picture of these things. Let me find Fractal bookmark. So that is that. Gorgeous, huh? So 40%, I'm about right in, coming up right here, somewhere around in there. 28 count fabric, 1/1. And then we have, let me find the picture for this. More confetti. This is Santa Fe decor. Again, 1/1 on 28 count. More confetti. This one, the confetti won't be as bad once I get done, once I get past where I'm working. So this is the one that's mine, Santa Fe decor, my design from my photo. So I am working this box up here. So I'm up here in this corner. And so you can see, once I get past that, it'll even out a little more. I'm in the getting some reds in it. That's kind of fun. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. So you can see up there in the corner where I'm starting to get some of the reds. And I'm going to be getting to some blue pretty soon. Woohoo! So yeah. Isn't that fun? So, that. Oh, and I forgot to get out. I worked on so much over the weekend, I forgot to get one of them out. So this is my project that I take to work on with my stitchy friends here on the island. So it doesn't get worked on very often, but it's good to visit with it when I do. Aloha. This is the Emma Congdon piece from the Cross Stitcher magazine, or Cross Stitch Crazy magazine, one of those, in March. So I got that leaf done and just started on that little orange flower. And that looks like that. Lots of bright colors there, huh? So yeah, that was fun to visit with that again. And of course fun to visit with my friends here on the island. We got some goodies. We always give and get goodies when we get together. Erin brought us all. Oh look, there's my orange. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's that. Oh. Erin brought us all muslin bags. She found these on Amazon. So if you're looking for some muslin storage bags, Amazon has them. And then she made us little needle minders out of some charms she had. Christina gave us all gift cards to Starbucks. Gotta love that, right? And then Dee, she had a bunch of Halloween needle minders, so I picked that one. And then Serena also brought some needle minders. Is that upright? Look how cute that is. Isn't that awesome? I assume that's clay in a bottle cap. How fun is that? So, I love visiting with the ladies here. They are so nice. We have so much fun. Only a couple hours is what we get together, but we have such a good time. All right, so that was my stitching for the week. I also did some knitting. On Friday, Mike came home early and we did some running around, one of which was taking the mushrooms to the framer. I should be getting them back Friday, so stay tuned for that. But while we were running around, I took this with me. This is the Tempestry Project, Haleakala National Park. So it's the temperature, recording the daily temperature in yarn. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of oranges. I am about halfway through. So this is, they give you yarn that correlates to the years 1966 and 2018. This is 1966, so you make two separate ones. I'm about halfway through 66. So I have a ways to go yet. And this is really, I usually take this out if we're doing any driving or going any distance that I have a chunk of time to knit. I'll take that with me. I also worked on the Stephen West knit along. So if you are working on it and you don't want to see it, there's spoilers. You're probably ahead of me even if you are working on it, but I'm still on clue 1. How fun is that? So this is the first part of clue 1. I thought we were picking up stitches, that we'd be picking up stitches along this edge, but this is actually, I think, the edge that kind of goes around your neck. So this is the edge that will continue to grow. By the time I get done with clue 1, which will be more stripes here, I think I'm going to have like 300 and I forget what the directions say, over 300 stitches on my needle. So this is fun. This is super easy knitting. We have a stripe with stockinette and a stripe with garter in the contrast color, so we're just going back and forth between those. I have to finish 2 more rows in the main color, and then I repeat this again. So another contrast color stripe and another main color stripe. And I have to say, I'm always kind of in awe of how designers figure things out and put things together. With this construction of going around the points in the center star shape, you got to think, wow, how do you keep that going? And it's fascinating because there's decreases that happen here, so it continues to pull in the fabric, and then increases that happen around the outside point. So it continues to expand the fabric around the outside point. And it's just, there's a great flow to it. And again, I love how designers figure that all out. And it also helps this is for the beginning knitters out there. One goal you want to head towards is being able to read your knitting. When you're first starting to knit, you're a slave to the pattern. You're reading every instruction and, doing exactly what it says. And of course, that's what you're going to do. Once you get to the point though where you can understand what's happening in a pattern, you don't have to be a slave to it as much. And you also are able to see what's happening in your knitting. So like, as I'm coming up here, I know I'm going back and forth between increases, yarn overs, on what I call the mountain, and then working down into the valley where there's decreases. So increase, decrease. So if I ever get lost as I'm knitting, I'm involved in my TV show or whatever, I just need to look at what I did last. Oh, okay, that was an increase section. So this next one I'm coming up to is going to be my decreases. So, you can really just understand what's happening in your knitting and look for the clues there, instead of going back to the pattern and trying to figure out, where was I, what am I doing, what did I miss? So a goal for any knitter out there who isn't already doing this, who might just be beginning, is the importance of learning to read your knitting. Okay, I think that is all the show and tell section. Haul, I didn't really get that much. There's a theme here, right? Although, you know, I did try to buy some stuff from 123 Stitch the other day, and I could not get PayPal to work. It would take me to PayPal. I would say, yes, I want to use my PayPal balance. It would return me to the merchant, but the merchant wouldn't go, the 123 Stitch wouldn't go to the like complete purchase page. It would just sit on my cart. I have all this money in my PayPal balance. I want to use it. I may have to shop somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I tried to buy, let's see, Anne, my friend Anne Statura showed a pattern she was working on that I had never seen, a Little House Needlework one that I wanted to get. I wanted to get 2 of the Blackbird Designs Anniversary of the Heart, or was it Garden Party? I want to get both of those before they go out of print. You know, of all the designers, Blackbird Design, they're the ones that have a tendency to go out of print, right? So I wanted to get a couple of those. Oh, speaking of Blackbird Designs, Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher, if you love Blackbird Designs, I highly recommend you checking out her video this week. She is doing a whip parade, Blackbird Design whip parade, stash parade, haul parade, like all the things. So if you love Blackbird Design, I think you'll get a good fix of them on her most recent videos. Speaking again of Lisa, Kindred Stitcher, she's making project bags and selling them on Instagram. Kindred Stitcher Designs is the name of her company. So I bought one of her project bags. It's a nice thick thing. I don't know what she uses to fill it, but it's really like cushy. She put a little like old-fashioned safety pin with some old buttons on it. And then it's just a pretty fall bag. Getting my fall fix here where there isn't any in Hawaii. What was the other thing? There was one other pattern I was trying to purchase on 123 Stitch and I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. I'll figure it out. So, let's see. Other haul. And this is actually more from Fat Quarter Shop. They're trying to get me into quilting. So, I mean, this is huge. I got 2 of each of these. I'm not a quilter, so I don't really know. This is a little booklet, quilt block foundation paper. Okay, that book called Pillow Talk. So a bunch of patterns for and design ideas, color ideas for quilted patterns. Perfect 5 quilts. 16 quilts featuring Creative Grids Perfect 5 ruler. I got this box in the mail the other day and went, holy cow, this is so heavy. What did they send me? Well, they sent me a bunch of books that I won't use. But that's okay. That means somebody here benefits, right? That, and then this is like the baby log cabin quilt foundation paper, and this is the daddy. So a big pad. Right? 2 of each of these. They kind of came as a set, all packaged together. So, what's going to happen with these? We are sneaking up on 6,000 subscribers. I'm at 5,950. Once we get to 6,000, I'll be giving those 2 sets away, the other quilt stuff they gave me, all kinds of other stuff I have laying around here. So you are the benefactor from what Quilt Fat Quarter Shop sends me. The quilt things, these books, I may just make US only because they are heavy, and you know, shipping from here is killing me. So we're going to limit that to US only. But anyway, that will be whenever we hit 6,000. Speaking of Fat Quarter Shop, I've also been invited to take part in and I guess help host, I'm not sure what to call it, their Bloomtopia Sal Stitch Along that starts in February. So be looking for more about that from me. They're just starting to plan that, and they reached out to me and, you know, a bunch of other floss tubers to kind of help them promote and show off. And yeah, it's I think you're gonna like it. It's quite pretty. And one more piece of haul that I need to show you. So this is, as you can see, my Find Your Joy pattern on a tote bag. This is from Fine Art America, where I have my photography posted, and this is one of the product you can get the images on. This is a huge tote bag, as you can see. I think it's the largest one. I want to say like 25 by 18, something like that. So I think it is so fun to see this design on this bag. It took a while to get it. They do, like I said, it's print on demand. So once the order goes in, then the order goes to the printing company and they work on it and get it out to you. So I'm very excited about that. It's a nice black fabric with lots of cat hair on it. It's a nice canvas type of fabric. The printing is very well done. I mean, it's not like it's I don't know, like a something layered on top. I don't know what to call it, but it's just very well done. I'm very happy with it. So I think that is all the haul. Now, check all the piles. Yes, that's all of that. So, what have I been doing this past week? I have been, as I mentioned to you guys, trying to create stuff that's smaller. And a lot of that involved just playing in Photoshop and in the app. I only have one up so far, and that is this. It's called Fall Flourish 1. This is actually a digital art piece that I'd created. It's a leaf. The leaf itself is a real leaf from my home in Maryland that I scanned in, digitized, all that, extracted, and then played around with creating a background for it. So that is what that looks like on like a brown fabric. So this, even though the stitch count is a little higher still, it is $2.99 by $2.95. Most of that is, and it's only 79 colors only. Most of that, of course, is empty, right? Everything where you see white would just be your background fabric. So that's the one I completed. I've been playing around with those yellow irises in the water and still haven't gotten that to a point where I really like it. But the other thing that I spent a huge chunk of time playing around with is this. I mentioned on my Stitch With Me video on Friday that I'm not very good at going small. I wanted to have some kind of flowers or vines or something, and everything I tried to use it just ended up looking kind of clunky. It's hard to get things small with the amount of detail that makes me happy. Of course, right? You only have so many squares to work with. So I decided, Jan, just keep it simple, stupid, right? So this is what I came up with. Heal Through the Journey. This is a freebie. I have it as a PDF on my website. I will be posting links, the link below. I will be posting links all over the place on social media. Feel free to wander over to my website and grab it. I got this done. This is, hold on, let me find it. I got this done last night in like 3 or 4 hours. 3 colors. Stitch count is 59 by 37. Now, it is charted in DMC and Gentle Arts Samper Shop threads. Having said that, I did not use what's charted. I can't even use the called for colors on something that I chart myself. I know, I am silly. So what happens is when I charted it in the DMC, and then I said, okay, well, let's use an alternative, and the software that I use has the thread palettes from all kinds of different companies. So I just chose Gentle Arts. And so Gentle Arts are listed there as well, but I don't have any of the Gentle Arts that are listed. So I just went to my stash and found ones that were close. Now, I was going to include one of the, the cancer ribbons, but I decided I didn't want it to be that specific. This is for everybody who's hurting, right? It doesn't have to be through an illness. It can be depression. It can be that you've lost a loved one. We have somebody in our community, in fact, one of my commenters, who just recently lost her husband at the end of August. So this is for all of us. So I didn't want to, make it specific like that to include a ribbon. But you can certainly change the colors. Of course, these are kind of breast cancer color months, and this is breast cancer awareness month. But you could adapt these colors to anything that has a symbolic meaning for you. I have to say, as I was working through this yesterday, as I was stitching it, it really made me think of my own journey and what it means to heal through the journey. And I was thinking, I'm not very good at it. To me, it's saying, so many times we wait before we start something. We wait for the perfect moment. We wait until we've lost weight. We wait until we've gotten that promotion. We wait until somebody comes to us. We wait for that perfect moment. And so as I was doing this, I was thinking, I think the important thing is to not wait, to go ahead and start taking whatever steps you need to take to heal. And it's going to be through that journey, through those steps taken, that hopefully you can start the healing process, whatever that means. Now, I totally understand that there are many situations and many illnesses that are not going to be healed by some trite saying. That there is a lot more that goes into healing than just stitching a cute little saying. But maybe there's somebody out there that needs these words right now. Maybe there is somebody that that is hurting, that hearing this might be just what they need. I am not very good at this. I am a whiner. I know that about myself. I have a tendency towards self-pity. I know that about myself. Will I always understand that I need to take the steps on my own? That I can't wait for somebody else to lead me down that road? I will not be perfect at that. But I think having these words in front of me will help. I'm not sure how I'm going to finish it. Probably as a pillow. I looked upstairs. I was hoping to get it finished. I was awake at 5 this morning. Mike had to go he got up at 3 to be in at work at 4. So I was awake at 5. So I thought, oh, well, I could get that pillow finished. I don't have the fabric, the backing fabric that works. So I'm going to wonder to, I don't know, maybe Walmart will have something. See if I can find something here that will work with this. Probably make it into a pillow. This is a 32 count. This is 32 count R&R. You know, it says it's dark espresso, but it's so gold. I mean, it's like a really pale yellow, so I'm not sure. I mean, that's the tag that's on it, so I assume it's the right color, but it doesn't, this fabric doesn't say dark espresso to me. But anyways, 32 count, 2/2. Gentle Arts Claret, Gentle Arts Victorian Pink, and this is a Victorian motto, Into the Darkness. It's one of their gray, from their gray set last year. So anyways, this will be a freebie. It is a freebie on my website. All the links will be below and on like every social media thing that I'm part of. So get ready to see this all over the place. I think that is it for me. Let me go back to my notes. Yep, I think that's all for today. Plans. I am going to spend some time this week picking out my floss for the By the Bay Time for Seasons or Time of Season Sal. She does, when you sign up, she does send you 2 PDFs, 1 PDFs. She sends you information on, you know, fabric size and the floss numbers and all that. So when you sign up, you get the information you need so that you're ready for the stitch along to start. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on Shades of Gold. I'm still planning on doing that wave video, I promise. Did I mention that? I think I mentioned that in my stitch along. I'm going to put together a video just of a bunch of my wave videos. I know so many of you love those and just love to have it kind of playing. So I thought I would just do one video, just a compilation of a bunch of my different wave ones, just so you can let them play, maybe have it playing on your TV when you need some time to just relax and chill, and I know that really relaxes a lot of us. So hopefully I will get that done this week. I will probably post that both on my Sunsets and Sangria channel and my Jan Hicks Creates channel. So yeah, Shades of Gold, knitting, Santa Fe decor, and choosing floss for my Time of Season Sal. What is the name of that? God, Jan, if you only had a brain. What is it called? Time for Season Sal. That's what it is. Okay. All right, guys, I am out. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I will see you on Friday for a stitch with me. Stitching who knows what. Oh, Friday, let's see, Friday's my hair appointment. Friday I pick up my the framed pieces, the mushrooms. So if you don't see me Friday, that means I didn't get it done before I had to run out. So that means you'll see me Saturday. You won't see the mushrooms framed. Maybe I will show them before I wrap them up and get them ready for the boys. Anyways, it'll be a surprise. Until then, guys, I love you. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.